Hey Stamper, Gaynor again, and I'm coming back with the card alternative for this one. I've already made one just for practice, and it's this lovely little pull-out card. I added a little strip on here because it was really thin cardstock. So when you open it up, it says hip hip hooray. It's a little bit thin, so I'm using thicker cardstock on this one. And it pushes up into there. It's so cute, but I've got to look inside just so I can remember how to put the pieces. You know me. So I've got the candle section, which I'm gonna glue right now because I need to cut this down, and I'm gluing it first. I am going to be trimming off the little candle section at the top, but don't worry about that. And give that, turn it over and give that a rummage. Let that dry up whilst we are waiting. So I am, like I said, it's an alternative card. So I've got a piece of Tyvek. You can use cardstock, but this lasts forever. So let me just put this. I'll show you both ways. So we're going to take our scoreboard, and I'll open this. Oh, I'm all right actually. We're going to score this at 1/2 inch on both sides. And then we're going to pop this in, and we're going to score this at 4 1/4. So this is our card. This is going to get trimmed away. This piece is 3 1/2 by 7 1/2, and we're just going to score this at 3 inches. So we need those. So with Tyvek, it's 2 1/2 by 2 1/2, and we're going to score this at, careful now because it will slide, 3/8 of an inch, and you can do it at 2 1/8 or just turn it around and do it again at 3/8. And if you were using cardstock, just do the same, 3/8 and 2 1/8, or turn it around and do it at 3/8. So you can use, you don't have to use Tyvek, but you can use cardstock. This is the card piece, and we're going to need to cut this down. The first one needs to be 4 by 4, and we're going to keep that strip as well. That's 1 1/2 by 4. So we need 4 by 4, 1 1/2 by 4, and then we need 3 7/8 by. No, we don't. Gaynor's made a boo-boo already. 2 oh, I'll get there in the end, girls. 2 7/8 by 3 3/8. So 3 3/8 by 2 7/8. So now I've only got enough either for inside or on the top. So let's see the best position. So I'm going to leave that blank and just have it on the top, but I'm going to cut myself. This piece needs to be 1 inch by 3 3/8, and it's only for just a line of decoration across the bottom there. So you will have a few little bits left over. It's up to you. You can make, you could even piece these up, 3 3/8. Let's do 3 3/8, and let's do this at 3 3/8. So you'd only have that much waste if Gaynor hadn't cut it the wrong way. But if you want to decorate the inside, you've got a section there, a section there, and you've even got a little section there. So you could even use it as stripes just to decorate. So you're not really wasting any card, just don't cut it the same way I did. So we'll glue those on in a minute. So these long sections we need to remove. If you want to do it on the trimmer, do it on the trimmer, but I am literally cutting away the score line. Some people tuck these inside the card. I want to tuck them around the back, so I'm taking off the score line. And I'm going to angle it slightly, just there. And again, I'm just going to snip the tops off. So, cut into there, and then remove this score line. If you want to do it with the trimmer, you can do it with the trimmer. So when you think about it now, if you're going to tuck these over, let's get rid of those. When this folds in, you need to be able to tuck those. So if needs be, take another little slither off, because I can still see my score line. Like I say, if you feel better using a trimmer, use a trimmer. I've still got a little bit. Let me just tidy that up on my trimmer, just a little second, because I don't want I want to make sure it fits beautiful. So let's just. Oh, that's fine. So let's fold that over now. And that is fitting a lot better. If you get any little bits, just square them off. Perfect. So that's what you're going to do. Get rid of my bits. Perfect. Let me just grab my little tiny snips, because I didn't cut right into that tiny. What it is there. Perfect. Just nip it off so it's nice and neat, and then when you wrap it round, it fits lovely. So this is our 3.5 piece. This is going to go inside and layer up in there, but we don't want to be gluing nothing down yet. So let's add some double-sided tape. I'm using my Suck Wong. On the inside. On my Tyvek, then we need to fold this. Let me just see now if I'm going in that's that way. So that piece is going to get glued at the top of there. So that's going to go on that way once I've got my designer series paper. And then this piece is going to fold back so it pulls. I think, or is it that way? I can't remember. I think it's that way. Yes, that one. I don't know. We'll be a look inside my card anyway. Gaynor knows, I think. So let's get our Tyvek and add some double-sided tape. I needed to practice this a wee bit more. Oh, look at this. It's very sticky. If you've got any sticking over the edge, don't worry, we can fold that back over. So we'll add the other piece later. So now let's do some gluing down. So we are using our card that came with the kit. So we're going to add this on and we'll give ourselves a nice little border all round. Take off any excess glue. Perfect. This is the piece that we cut off, and I'm going to add this just along there to give me a little platform. More designer series paper, so roughly about the same either side. Take off any excess glue. This panel then is going to have, I'm going to pop this on the outside. I mean, you can use designer series paper. I'm just using this card as an alternative. And this Mango Melody is retiring very soon, so I thought I might as well use it, even though it's in the card kits. They're retiring, so Saffron as well, even though that is in the kit. And then what I might do is I'm going to add a strip there, or a slightly, oh, they're both the same width anyway, so I'm going to add that nice little strip there. So that's just going to pop on the inside. So this is our card. This is going to go on the inside. So what we need to do is our Tyvek needs to go up there. Is that the way? I equal either side, and then this section is going to go like that, I think. Or is it like that? No, it's like that. I knew it was a Z fold for a reason. So peel off our tape. Any leftover, just tuck it back in. And then we're going to add this and try and get it even, roughly either side. And again, we're going to add a little bit. Wait there now. I want to practice. So if I put that on the wrong way, let Gaynor watch. Now watch, Gaynor's made a boo-boo. So yes, I have. That's on the wrong way round. Let me just take that off gently. Is that the way? So there, and it tucks up. And then that tucks up. Let me just see. I think that goes that way. Oh, I can't remember. Yeah, I think that goes. Oh, Gaynor's forgotten already. So that comes to there. If that comes to there, when that pulls in, that's right. Oh, we get there. Fingers crossed. And more tape across the top here. Oh, I'll get there in the end, girls. So add some more tape, peel the backing off, tuck it in. Right, this section here needs to line up with that section there, giving yourself even space either side, and then we can take that down. And then, all being well, when this comes out, oh, look at that slide, beautiful. So Gaynor's got that in there, beautiful. Just a little bit on the wonk. So let me see. I'm gonna make sure I crease that perfectly. So what I'm going to do is add a tiny little bit of stability. I'm just going to add that tiny little piece of cardstock. You don't have to do this. I saw somebody use, what did they use? A cello bag, you know, off the cards. So let's see, now it's not straight. See where Gaynor's made a boo-boo? That is not straight. So I need to make sure my card is straight. So I need to put that in there, just to make sure that is nice and straight. So when my card closes now, see, it's straight. And then this, when it pops over, is giving me the wrong thing. So I'll just pretend now that's in there. That's supposed to be straight, and then you pull. Perfect. So I'm not going to use the Tyvek. I'm going to take that off. Don't worry about the paper. I'm going to grab some more of my, I haven't got any of that, so I'm going to use a little bit of this. Cut this at 2.5 by 2.5. You can have any colour. I'm just using what I've got. And I'm going to add, where's my thing? 3/8. Turn it around. 3/8. Don't do what I do. So that's going to go on there. Now that's going to go on there. And then that's going to go like so. So tape. Well, we'll get there in the end, girls. But I make the mistakes so you don't have to. I should have done a bit more practice. So that's going to go on there. That's going to go on there. And if that lines up perfectly, there's already a line of glue on there. But to take that off, I'm just going to use my glue eraser. And it's come right off. Perfect. So let's add that on there. So that's, peel this back. Oh, look at that. It's just come off. Gaynor's too rough for her own skin. Make sure you've got it airtight down. Just take the backing off. So this has got to go roughly either side, making it nice and equal. Then this section lines up with this. Making sure you've got equal distance either side. So remove the backing. Make sure you've got that lined up. And let's just practice. So there is level. No, that's not. Don't adhere it down yet. Oof. So keep practicing. You want this nice and straight. So when you've got it down, then you can add it. And then we know that this is going to pull out and give our pop-up section. There we go. Perfect. Yay! So that's done. That's done. Now we can seal the sides of our card up. Making sure it's nice and flat. That's nice and flat. You can add a sheet of Whisper White on the back if you want something to stamp on. But now I'm going to pull our card. It's going to pop out just like that. How cute! So I'm going to put this just to decorate in there, because I'm not going to waste any of these bits on my card. My fault, I cut it wrong, but you will get 2 pieces or just short 2 pieces out of there off your card. Just make sure you cut it right. I'm going to have another little strip down there, because you can put a little sentiment in there as well. I'm just not going to waste any bits of this card. Nice. I mean, you can add another sentiment in there. I have, oh, there's another piece there as well, look. I'm going to add that on there just to give it some stripage. I knew we got some more cards somewhere. But if you cut that out, I cut my first one, you would get that section there and there. It was a little bit short, but you can always add another strip off something. But it's only for decoration. Like I say, this is a bit flimsy. But now you've got this, now it's a lot stronger. And that's going to push in there, and it lines up absolutely beautiful. So now we've cut this. I did pop this up, and I'm thinking it's going to be a little bit too bulky for the card. So let's trim this. I'm going to take just a little fraction off the bottom, because our section now is 4 1/4. So I'm going to take this down to 3. And I'm literally going to cut that little strip off the top. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this down. I'm just going to cut this down to 3 inches. And then we can center this on our beautiful card. You can add dimensionals. I'm not going to on this one. And I'm just going to pop that up there. I mean, you can add it at a slant if you want it. I'm just roughly going to put that on there. What, I've got these gorgeous little gems here, and I'm going to pop one. Where did that go? Oh, didn't it come off? There we go. And I'm going to pop that just up the top there. So that is the top of my cake. That is so cute. I've got my little navy, and I'm going to do this in, I did that one in the black, but I'm going to do this one in the Mango Melody. Or have I got a Coastal Cabana over here? I think I may have. I thought I'd got a different colour over here. Oh, where's that gone? Have I added it back? Let me have a look. I think I may have put it back actually. But let's add this. Our lovely little happy birthday to you. Then we're going to open our card out. And I'm going to stamp the hip hip hooray on the inside. I mean, you could do this at an angle. Let's do that at an angle. Hip hip hooray. And this way as well. Who says we've got to stick to the norm? Grab our cloth out. You know me girls, I like to clean as I go along. And then I've got these cute little shapes here. So I'm going to add one there, and one there. And then we've got this cute little confetti. I mean, you could write somebody's name in there. You could add a piece of Whisper White on the back. It's entirely up to you. I'm just showing you some variations. And then you can just literally pop that straight back in there. That is so cute. I'm going to use a little blob of glue. I can make sure I line this up. Beautiful. Pop that over. And I might add this on a dimensional, considering we didn't add a dimensional or our foam tape like I did on this one, because look how bulky that is compared to that one now. Easier in a card. This one's okay if you're just going to hand deliver. And you can add this any way you like. I think I'm going to just pop that right there in this corner. I may even add, because we've got one there, I'm just going to add another one there and another one there. So there is that gorgeous. You can put a little pull tab. If you've got the words pull here, like some people do, you can add, but that's using all those little scraps of paper and a bit of cardstock. So there's the first one I made, and this is the one that came out the kit. It's got and the envelopes, but I actually love the one I've flattened down and added more gems on. This one's okay. If you're going to hand deliver, then this one's perfectly fine. But don't use thin cardstock there like I did, because you're just going to ruin the card. So use thicker cardstock and you've got that ease going back in. But there you go, that's this alternative. I hope you like it. I hope you give it a go. Any questions, send me part in the comments below. Please give a thumbs up and a share. This will push the video out to many more people and keep this flowing. And then come back for card number 2, which is going to be the alternative to this one. I'm going to be using scraps on this one, and this one is going to go a lot quicker. Till next time, thanks for watching. Bye.